So how do you build calluses, or how do you build them faster? Actually, that's the question that I get most. How do I get my calluses faster? It's kind of interesting that the students that ask this question, here's what I see happen. Here's the biggest mistake you can make when trying to build calluses, is you quit playing when it hurts. Or your fingertips, they hurt a little bit, they're kind of red, so you take a day or two off and you wait until they don't hurt anymore and then you play. Well, guess what? You're just starting over again. You have to play past the pain barrier. If you've played guitar for the first time, you know how much it hurts. After a few minutes of pressing down, okay, it's kind of starting to sting a little bit. I mean, do you know what you're doing? You're abusing the crap out of your fingertips. You're taking these sensitive, pink, fleshy things and squeezing them down onto metal wires. So the body is going to adapt to such abuse, and it does that by building calluses, kind of like walking around barefoot all the time. So, but the key to getting those calluses is you have to constantly be introducing that abuse. And then you'll get those little pads on your fingers. So it's consistent and playing past the pain threshold. Don't stop playing when your fingers hurt. Don't stop playing after they've turned red. When it's time to stop and just kind of rest for a little bit is when you get the blister. The blister is what then becomes the callus. So the blister is going to heal up, and it doesn't take very long. Don't let it heal all the way. Don't let it go away. Just let it get to the point that it's bearable to press down on a string and play with that pain. And then that blister is going to heal, and voila, you've got this little area on your fingertip of it's kind of shiny. It's kind of smooth, maybe a little leathery. Everybody's a little different. Okay, congratulations, you have your first callus. Now do it again. You need layers, and it's not just one. It's you got 4 fingers here that you're using. The pinky's usually the last one to get the callus, so it's okay. Here are a couple tips just to kind of help, because the biggest thing is just consistently playing, consistently squeezing on those chords, those notes, whatever you got to do. Get the blister. So what you want to do to help with that, trim your fingernails. And ladies, don't worry, you don't have to trim your fingernails down to the nub. You can still have pretty nails and play guitar, I promise. Just trim them down to where the nail isn't digging into the fretboard. When you go to finger a note and your nail kind of stops your finger from going down all the way because it's hitting the fretboard. That's how you know the nail's too long. So trim it back so that you can use as much of the fingertip as you can to really press down and get that string to dig in there. So trim those fingernails down. Go easy on things like washing dishes. You don't want to play your guitar. And now you've got this, you get your first callus, and then you got to go wash a whole bunch of dishes, get those dishpan hands, and that callus is going to peel right off. So just go easy on stuff like that. Swimming a lot, that's going to soften them up, and especially new calluses, it'll soften them up, and it's dead skin, man. That's what it is. And if you don't have all those layers really holding those the calluses down, to the alive skin. Excuse me, sorry. A little bit of a cold. Then those calluses are going to peel right off. So just kind of watch for stuff like that, especially as we're coming up on warmer weather. Don't worry about like moisturizers. You can especially you ladies. You want to got to moisturize those hands. It's okay. It's not going to hurt your calluses that much. In fact, it's probably good for your calluses. Guys. Yeah, it's probably good, because if the calluses dry out and, they, first of all, they look horrible. But what happens is they dry out and they'll kind of start to peel in places. And this happens to me because I got thick calluses. A callus will actually get stuck on a string and it'll get hung up, and it's like a hangnail, but it's a callus. But no, it'll actually hang onto the string, and I've had times where it's I've kind of ripped callus, from doing that. Do not peel calluses. If you've got a callus coming off, don't peel it off. I don't suggest that. Take some fingernail clippers or something and trim them, like you would fingernails. Because if your callus is thick and you got to peel it off, man, that's going to hurt, and you're going to peel off more than you should, because it's attached to living skin, and you don't want to do that. You're going to peel off callus that is unnecessary to remove. So if you got to, this is what I do. I take fingernail clippers and I trim my calluses when I need to. Something else you can do is you can take your thumbnail, because you can't play guitar all the time, right? If you're at school or you got to go to work, take your thumbnail and press, just to kind of keep that stimulation going. And it helped me out. So give it a shot. Calluses are a wonderful thing. They are essential for guitar players, and maintaining them is very important too. You can lose them very quickly.